Good evening, everyone, and welcome after a very long break to another video of Fear of Dracula. This is new league, new tournament, new year, new tournament of Fear of Dracula, when there's Burcmali on Hunters versus Snuffaluffagus on Dracula, and here's Blazing with me, Aid or Fags of Fire, whatever, right?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. And yes, Wakajik, I don't really care one way or the other. Just the other
Yeah.
day, day I watched back Snuff and Pizza Wizard. Record, watched back their perspective of a game where I was playing.
Okay.
And and Snuff was calling me Fangs, and Pizza Wizard always calling me Blazing. So I don't really
Funny,
care.
funny. Okay.
Yeah.
I am trying
Yep.
some options
Oh.
for spectators. Automatically close eye dialogue. So that should help in any case. For automated. Oh, even Mitosis is with us. Mitosis. What? Yeah. Okay.
Mystios.
Mystios. Okay, the mystery person. Um.
Yes.
So
So how much do you know about how things currently stand in the tournament?
I have no knowledge at all. I got so removed from actually any board game playing for quite a bit that yeah, I haven't played any board games for weeks, if not for months. So I have basically no idea.
Okay, so we're still in the first stage, the first batch of the first stage. This is the Swiss stage of the 2024 league. This is actually, as a matter of fact, Burcmali's first game of the tournament.
Yeah, Burcmali was always a bit of a
So
crazy person, right? I remember when he was playing Hunters, he often night supplied. And wasn't he the one with the Hunter Magnet, Dracula Magnet, that he did some random movement and able to jump straight onto Dracula, sometimes to actually his own downfall?
yeah, the Burcmali radar, as they call it. He does have an uncanny knack for that. But Snuffaluffagus, to continue what I was saying, to continue on, it has already played against it. We were assigned, similar to New Bloods, to play against two opponents, one on each side. First, Snuffaluffagus, the third member of the group was Errol, and he ended
Oh,
up
I
doing a
know.
doubleheader. It was it. They ended up doing a doubleheader there, and they ended up winning one apiece.
Oh, okay.
Basically, in both cases, it was Hunter's one. Drac matured his first rumor token vamp, but nothing else happened.
Oh, so
Uh,
Snuff lost as Hunters, right? I mean, won as
no, it's
Hunters.
not. Yes.
Okay, okay.
Uh, but this is, as I said, the first match that Burcmali is playing, and for those who, I'll be since you say that you won't be able to stick around long enough to record their second match as well, folks who watch this, I'll be live streaming the second game, as this is another double header. As
Oh.
according to Snuff, he has this weekend. While he has this weekend free, the rest of it, like the next couple weeks, will just be like haywire busyness for him. So he's trying to get all his games out of the way.
Well, it makes sense, makes sense. It is a little bit stressful because you're playing blindly and you don't know how hard do you have to perform. Like once the matches start settling and you see who is your main opponent or what is the score, sometimes you know that getting a win or a few wins is enough, and sometimes you realize, oh, it's not only about if you win, but by how much. And sometimes you need to play differently. Like, for example, as Dracula, you might avoid C's just to have that little bit more health if you need ideas to get out of the group. But I remember
Yeah.
Snuffaluffagus as being more. I think, as many players, he in many ways preferred to play Dracula because you don't need to micromanage a lot of stuff. But I remember him actually being more threatening as a hunter because he is very diligent and very systematic whenever he is searching, at least when he was searching, like that few months ago when I was playing like against him or watching him play. He usually was
Hmm.
identifying correctly the optimal place and how to
Yeah.
envelop
Interesting.
Dracula. Sophia
Okay, no Sophia,
Naples.
no Naples.
Okay, what
50 and
is?
40 for those who go by numbers.
Oh,
Uh,
do we know Burcmali most? I mean, sorry, Snuffaluffagus most favorite starting locations?
Typically, with this like general like setup, it uh Snuff tends to go either east or boot. Those are the ones that are the most frequent. He does the occasional central start here and there, but those are the most frequent ones.
Yeah, well, I
Uh
would be tempted to start east against this start too because like Mina is the closest one to you. And yeah, when you're on the east, like, it is very dangerous for Mina to go in. But
yeah,
hmm, in
it's definitely
general,
tempting, but at the same time, it one doesn't want to be too obvious, which is how I've become famous for doing central starts willy nilly.
uh,
I
it,
mean,
sometimes it depends. If you can like out efficient the obvious, then especially like when you have good starting hand, when maybe you know a little bit of your opponent, then you can do some stuff. Uh, Especially like with Mina close, if you try some assassinating, shenanigans, then you might
oh,
want to be a little
oh,
bit
wow,
obvious to drag hunters toward you. Nice, that was nice.
wowzies. Uh, a nocturnal visit's discarded, but now he has 5 free night supplies. Well, safe night supplies, unless a hoax goes off. Uh,
Yeah. Well, for now, he needs to work on those tickets. I don't.
no,
He is
no,
discarding a lot of tickets. I don't really like it.
yeah, I'm one that just likes to, even if it means keeping 2 yellow 2s in someone's hand. I'll keep them simply for having them around for like, what if you need to use a charred carriage? What if you want to go Vienna to Genoa, for another example?
I would rather say for the ticket efficiency because the smaller the pool, the easier it is to find those tickets that you're looking for. Because there's now there's
Hmm,
12 tickets in a pool.
interesting.
If you
Yeah.
So let's say there can be like 6 out of 12 that you're looking for, but if you keep in your hands those that you don't want in the long run, then there could be like 6 in 9, and suddenly, yeah, it is very easy to find those that you want to find, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and we
Yes.
have a
It,
wolf
that
form.
that's an that's another reason, and yeah, it's curious that he's doing Wolfhorn so early. Uh,
Mm,
I I
it
don't know.
it can indicate few things like because Naples got scouted, so maybe he did something like go from Rome to Bari and then Wolform over Rome to Florence, hoping that even if Rome will be scouted, uh, or maybe Wolform from Athens if Valona will get scouted, something like that. Uh,
That's another possibility. Yeah.
Wolfing over Sofia doesn't seem so tempting just because Sofia got scouted and
If
hunters very rarely
oh,
double scout the same location.
hmm, yeah, yeah. And for that reason, I would actually, judging by how much trails been laid down so far, I would have gone one more space, like so that you can visit both Bari and Naples before wolfing over Rome. If that was the desire.
No.
Because Naples already got poked at, so to speak. Uh, I mean,
So, I mean, or simply, I actually, like in general, I have the tendency to keep the wolf form just to have that one more health, which is more significant than it seems, but less significant
I mean,
with than talking
yes,
about it, actually. But you know, when hunters find the first location, then the game is like maybe not reset, but it's much harder to find a second location. Uh, or much harder to plan around. Even if there will be new newspaper report, uh, and this was, let's say, the first hideout is Amsterdam. Like, a lot of horse already. Yeah, because Mina moved.
yeah,
Interesting. A lot of supplying, not a lot of tickets. Hunters are holding only 4 tickets.
yeah. Which once again, I think neither of us like that
Ah.
particular fact.
Yeah, I
Uh,
like doing nothing but tickets for the first 2 nights, just to have all hands full, and then you just work on improving the tickets, and
but
that's that
for
little bit
me,
faster.
I do it a teensy bit. For me, I do it a teensy bit different. On the first night, I have a Gul'daming ticket, and then whoever's with him simply trade to take the tickets to take advantage of Gul'daming's ability as long as possible.
Yeah, but
Uh,
that's you know, if you end up having full ticket hands by the second end of second night, the result is more or less the same. So yeah. Ooh.
and then of course, like if you have things like for instance, like wax cylinders or just like wanting to trade me a smokescreen event on the first night, like sometimes Van Helsing will get busy with those and end up being a little bit delayed in getting his tickets,
Yeah, but I
which I
usually
don't
do
mind.
this after second night then. Especially that when you have a little bit more events, you can plan around those events and trading a little bit more. Maybe don't give Stewart the cylinders straight away. Maybe trade something else to prepare first events in some way, and then uh, trade the events like something like that.
I Yeah, but speaking of all this, uh, but with all speaking of all this events, we've gotten only the hired scouts for play immediately event. So far, that is, of course.
Yeah, lots
So
of events.
the
That's true.
hunters, yeah, we've got a lot of them. Uh, Goldami and Mina still have one slot, but apart from that, uh, both Van Helsing and Seward have their hands full. I'm presumably there's a reasonable chance that at least one of them has some trash event or another, like I don't know, like blood transfusion, long night, good luck, one of the one of those things. But yeah,
And day trade now. So probably
probably
Helsing
because
didn't want to risk losing an event. I'm not.
yeah,
Again, I'm not 100% sure about that. It really depends on
he
the.
still does have the a couple more mystic research things, so Van Helsing can fetch one by night instead. So I
Yeah,
think in
but
this circumstances, I agree.
you're losing. It's sometimes similar to tickets. Okay, even if you end up discarding some event, Uh, Maybe you just discard like mediocre one for the good one, and you improve your hand overall. Uh,
Ah, got a
oh,
newspaper.
newspapers.
Nantes.
Nantes. Okay, and Wolfram from Nantes.
Okay. I mean, that can be quite a few directions.
Hmm.
I'm kind of either south into Spain, and now he's playing Ring Around the Sword,
Yeah, probably
or
not though, right?
southeast, or south, northeast or northwest.
Lots of
Sorry,
supplies.
northeast or southeast. I cannot get my cardinal directions right.
Lots of
But
supplying, and I wonder what he's looking for because, if he's looking for horses, you need to look for both horses and tickets. So
yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah, and at present, Goldam is not holding a single ticket.
We'll see. That would be
Neither is Van
funny if he
Helsing.
had already all three glue tickets, but then still you need to have some quality. Okay, and wax
Wax
cylinders.
cylinders.
Hide.
Okay, so it's
Yeah,
not a hide.
would be
So,
surprised if that was a hide.
yeah, I would definitely be a bit surprised myself. So, as of late, I've been deploying new Dracula strategies, which have been serving me well. So far, in the 3 games I've played, I've won all 3. Mind you, of course, one of them was as hunters, but my
Good
Dracula
start.
methods have served me nicely. Yeah,
Nice.
I still have one more game against Strider, which will be this Saturday, which will be this upcoming
Hmm.
Saturday, September 7th at noon Eastern time, so it would be 6 in the evening for you. Uh, in the event you're interested.
Maybe. Hard for me to tell because of my limited availability. So where do you think the wolf form is? Because seeing it is not, I have my some suspicions if they are correct. I would be a little bit critical of the wolf form.
I personally, I think that he would likely choose Geneva because Marseille. That's if I had to wolf form, I would probably choose somewhere like Geneva because Marseille is just too obvious and of commonplace to get scouted in the early game.
Is it?
Or at least
I don't really see
or
people scout Marseille that much.
or at least semi common. Uh, in the sense that uh, it's a major crossroads and such.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I would actually expect him to go one of four locations: Marseille, Geneva, Strasbourg, or Brussels. Uh,
yeah,
but
I will
in
be
that
disappointed
case,
with him if it's Santander because
disappointed.
if you go,
I would be surprised, but disappointed. That's a strong word. Whoa, the horses are working like this. Despite what we're talking about, tickets, double twos. That's cool.
yeah, he does it 5 now. Not Marseille.
Yeah. I just think that Wolfram from Nantes in that specific situation, I I would say the opposite what you're saying. If it isn't something tricky like Santander, then it might be a little bit of waste because in we will see how it goes. But right now, if this is either 24, 51, or 9, that I am not sure if he got that much by wolf forming instead of like moving once or twice, or maybe moving once on wolf forming, something like that.
Hmm.
And it seems that Burcmali is guessing that Dracula is going east too by the movement of Helsing. Uh, Mina,
Yeah, or rather, he's having Helsing like rotate with Mina. He's kind of rotating the hunters. So if he's gone east, Helsing can help intercept slash get the trail. Uh, Seward chases the immediate trail, while Mina starts searching Wolfhorn locations, while Engeldomin guards the gateway to the east.
yeah, that's
As I
why
see it.
that's why I think that he believes that Dracula is going east, and like not surprisingly,
Yeah.
because Wolfram from Nantes is is directed east in most cases, right?
Yeah. I
Why
If he
got
did go to
ooh,
Santander, well, evil presence.
nice,
Oh, whoa.
nice. That
Okay. That tells him that it's either that he is currently either at Clermont or Toulouse. That's that's big.
that is a lot.
So I
What
would
do
say
you
that
do?
that's
Burk
I think
Burkmali
that's
usually hunts, not clears. In theory, he has like one more day before Nantes. I wouldn't have usually. Okay, this is, I would say, quite uncharacteristic by Burkmali. Usually, I remember him as being hyper aggressive, but I wonder why he decided against.
probably probably because I would imagine that since he's trusting Seward to deal with Nantes, I would imagine he has a stake. Therefore, he's not like fully armed for battle. If you get my meaning.
Maybe he has two items, and that could be
He
enough.
yeah.
Ooh,
Which
and then he
although
goes with Mina.
although on uh,
What?
although on the subject of on
Without
the subject
items.
of stakes, by the way, on the subject of stakes, by the way, uh, what was that? Oh, without weapons on Mina.
Yeah.
That either that or
And
doesn't want to
no
show them.
events. I mean, I was
Yeesh.
kinda guessing that he will form to like Strasbourg and then went Geneva, Clermont-Ferrand, Toulouse. Maybe he was guessing that
Yeah,
too, but
I
what
was
if you're
I was
wrong?
expecting.
What if the guess is wrong? Then
Yeah.
you got that.
I yeah, you have him in a very small pocket. Uh,
Uh,
I think that you should have
yeah,
held back there.
I kinda expected
Okay,
Heavenly
whoa.
Host, or I wanted to
Yeah.
say either Holy Circle or Heavenly Host. Uh, that does hurt, but
Yeah.
it is not that bad for Dracula, you know? Mina probably cannot get that much help. Maybe if, mm, I mean, Godalming can have sense of emergency, Seward, but still, Dracula can feed in place, maybe Fang somewhere, and got back to full health. And it will be still Sunday, still week one, so 2v1 will not be that bad, especially that we know that Stewart has horse
Yeah.
and maybe a stake. Okay,
And all
Fangs.
and also even now he could even
Oh,
now he
yes.
dead Mina. Wow. That was very very bold to try
Go
to
to
dump
go
the heavenly
there.
host. Well, and also to dump the heavenly host.
Maybe, but it's not like he had much of a choice. Because, if he escapes turn one, then Dracula can feed in place and then probably kill her during the day. Uh,
Yes, but then he
so
risks. Then
at
there's serious risk of an RV. Uh,
of what?
where Goldaming
Ah,
and
the,
of RV renewed vigor.
yeah.
So that. where Goldaming and Sword would both pounce on him.
Yeah,
So I'm not
2v1,
sure
week
that's
one
the yeah,
with
that's
okay, and Stewart wouldn't jump him. So I would say this would be low risk.
okay. Yeah, but how is he to know that Sword didn't have the stake for that to
I mean,
prevent himself getting delayed?
if he has the stake, then he has at most 2 items for combat. If he doesn't have the stake, then he gets delayed, right? So
That's actually incorrect because with RV he could supply before moving in. Since he's only one road away.
Mm,
So
right, but a random thing. I don't know. Uh,
it could be anything.
yeah,
But
that's
but
the
this is
issue.
a serious blow to this is definitely a serious blow to Burcmali because
Yeah,
Mia was holding a horse and a heavenly host, so that's that is quite
and
a serious loss.
2 events, one of them being surprising return. Oh, so it was Mina had a stake. Interesting.
All right, that's already three of the stakes in the discard.
That is scary. And I think we can guess that Godaming has at least one heavenly host too.
Well,
And last
oh, yeah.
stake. That's bold.
Well, I
Hmm.
mean,
Yeah.
okay.
So Dracula got a free turn, more or less. And
Well, he got a free horse kill
yeah, but
and
I'm
first
saying,
stake discard.
yeah.
Yeah, I had a guess considering that Goldaming hasn't moved at all, even when discovering that Dracula is down there. I'm guessing that Van Helsing's holding the third horse. Either that or it's still buried in the pile.
No, why? Godaming still can have a horse, just doesn't have items to move. Anything valuable to move with, right?
Mm, possibly,
Like he can have horse,
but
stake, and I don't know, rifle. Let's say because was discarding rifle. No, I think it seems like he had stake and heavenly host. So if he had horse, stake, and heavenly host, would he be moving? Maybe. So that may be a good guess that he isn't moving because he doesn't have horse. And
well,
Mina, right?
both
And
are
Mina
possible.
lost tickets because this is the new, not so new, but still new patch. So Mina, so maybe Hunters lost a glue ticket or two.
Quite possible.
Hmm.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what to make of this.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would say the discard favors Dracula for now. The item discard pile. All stakes, one
for,
horse, one
for
heavenly
sure.
host, and 2 rifles. Uh,
And three pistols. I mean, pistols are
yeah,
not so remarkable,
that's true.
but
Especially in the early
nonetheless,
of the game.
yeah, as more likely than not, we are going to have a reshuffle. So
Oh
that
wait,
that is
we're seeing
eventually.
now that Mina discarded surprising return. No, wait, she
Yes,
discarded.
that was
Wait, that as but someone discarded surprising returns earlier, and it is face up now. And what Mina discarded is face down.
that's because Mina has that's because Mina had two copies. She ended up discarding one due to hand limit at some point, and
Did
then
she?
she discard since
Oh
whoop,
no!
and there goes another horse.
Oh no! This is the snowball effect. It goes from bad to worse. And actually, now wolf form may take an effect, because hunters are not able to reach that location because of lack of horses, lack of
Well,
hunters, lack of movement. Sense of emergency. He's guessing. Wait, where's he? No, where he's going? What are you doing, Mr. Helsing? Wait, what? Why here? Why Zurich? What was that? Oh, he has a horse and wants to
uh,
trade with Godaming? No? What? Why Zurich?
possibly.
Or maybe he.
Either that, or there was actually a slight possibility that it was Strasbourg, Zurich, Geneva, Friend.
Yeah, but don't you want to
He
find
was,
the Strasbourg first then, which is maturing right now?
yeah, I'm not sure I fully understand that either, barring potentially a trade that he feels needs to happen. Outside
Maybe
of that, don't get that one.
maybe he misread the map and thought that it might be a Wolfram location. Funny because Mina found Last Horse, which is kind
Okay.
of bad news because she would love to stay and supply for a little bit, and for other hunters to have horse that are better supplied.
Yes.
But oh well.
I mean, she could admittedly horse, assuming the tickets cooperate, horse up to Seward and then trade it to him.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's, well, that would make up for. Oh,
No.
okay.
It was
So it was
Santander.
Santander.
Okay, now I respect you, Mr. Snuff.
Yeah, so he went
Nice.
Santander, Saragossa, Toulouse, and that's why he was at Clermont-Ferrand and not Toulouse.
Yeah.
Uh,
He risked a ton, like there was he risked a ton with Evil Presence or uh you know the second one, the local
yeah,
rumors. But you sometimes you risk and win, and I like it. I like that he took the risky wolf form, not the obvious one. I think the obvious one would be easier. Uh, like hunters wouldn't need luck, or to be honest, local rules or some like
long night.
yeah, that is interesting. But he should think on probably feeding soon.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
yeah, one.
he's definitely got the breathing room to do so,
Hmm.
or I am most likely. I mean, there are still lots of events to be fair. Uh, so
So he was guessing that Dracula went to Zurich with that Helsing jump. I guess myself right
I
now.
either that or he was getting towards Goldaming without abandoning Munich. Uh,
Yeah,
okay, nope. He was trying to find something.
he's sniffing. He's snuffing. Snuffaluffagging.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
definitely trying to snuff him out.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so this is definitely a good.
knives are out. Heavenly hosts are ready. And two rifles are spread. So maybe Helsinki is jumping, with like rifle, pistol, double rifle, and holy bullets, something like that. But the old man still needs to heal a little bit to get some tickets, and he actually is down on events.
Yeah,
He was stocked on events, and not so good anymore. Six, seven events
yeah,
across all hunters, and he had two full, and he had much more, basically.
yeah. He spent the sense of emergency to get down from the coast. Uh, so Halfrand was the last thing that got wiped. Very convenient for Drac, actually. Uh, so
Yeah.
after Clalfrand, where then?
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
going for
feeding.
a feed.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. He's got some breathing room. The hunters have lost a good deal. So yeah, I have no idea what possessed Burcmali to go jumping onto Clalfrand like that with no weapons. Because at the
Yeah.
very least, you would expect there to be an encounter there, right? Whoa, there go the other two rifles. That's now all four rifles in the discard.
Yeah, that is interesting. So what hunters are
Yeah,
holding?
there's
Uh,
only one pistol left, so there's only one firearm.
one pistol, one garlic ref, two garlics, and two crucifixes, actually. So,
Okay, so
and a knife, so a
I
lot of anti-funk stuff.
yeah, I would imagine that the remaining dog and a garlic wreath are quite possibly those last two cards in the item pile.
Uh,
Uh,
there can be also in like one of them can be in Mina hand because she had no choice. One of them can be in Stewart hand
true.
because he
Picked up
no
something kind of
no
random.
he wasn't discarding any he was discarding like more valuable stuff. Five, six.
Okay, let's. Yeah, so I agree with this move. Give Seward that horse so that he'll be at
Hmm,
least so that he
maybe.
can give
Yeah,
chase.
but hmm,
I mean, I hope he's gotten the sickle economy fixed up again, but and
we'll
evidently not
see. Oh,
completely.
dog. Mina is
Okay, so there's the
sniffing.
last dog.
Isn't in Iberia. So he
Okay.
basically. I think it was a little bit obvious that will not be Iberia in a sense that Stuart is very close and Mina will go to from hospital. So like, why narrow your own options? But better to check than get it
I
tricked
mean,
second time.
yeah, from from what's from what we can see, she had little else to do that night. Uh, small town, so would only get an event, and there haven't been too many Drachmans, only 9 so far. So
Interesting stuff. Hunter already dead. I'm liking this game. Oh, and a horse. Nice.
Eh,
Sometimes it is interesting uh, how much risking are hunters, to see
why did
that.
you do that? That was a lair, Burcmali. Of course he's not there. Why did you do that?
Be, uh,
Why not? I mean,
there may be some logic. Oh, I know. That's why I'm acting surprised. I mean, from Clement Ferrand. If that wasn't Marseilles, then what? Paris or because he was Paris or Geneva, right? So no, no.
yes.
Retract my ooh.
Okay. Yeah, that was just a mistake on for moving Seward there.
Uh,
Uh,
maybe
since I mean that because he
not.
knew that was a lair that he should
Yeah,
have.
but it didn't cost him in the end, so it's good. I mean, in the end,
Okay. Yeah.
it was even probably
Desecrated
for the
soil.
better.
All right. I would be semi surprised if Van Helsing doesn't have one.
Why?
Uh, I mean simply due to how few items are left and such.
Yeah, but he didn't trade with
I
anyone, so he didn't have any control. And if my guess is correct, that Godami has at least one, and Mina discarded one, then Van Helsing has
okay.
about like
Yeah.
50 or even less percent chance to have one because it is simply random.
What? Yeah. Will me a night supply now? Hmm. I probably wouldn't wait. I probably wouldn't. Okay. Doing some ticket filtering. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay.
So Snuff decided to keep uh, six in the counter hand, which is Fairly interesting. I personally usually prefer to just go through the encounter deck as fast as possible, but
Yeah, but
usually you
sometimes you get
lose a fog somewhere or some high value stuff, and he may not need to rush for anything yet because there was no like behind the fog.
yeah,
Again,
and
hmm,
and another poss and another thing is that at it sometimes you get like all five, since we haven't seen any fighter vamps yet, albeit that Wolfram location could easily be a fighter vamp. Uh, he could have like had all just all good stuff. Oh, Sister Agatha, wouldn't that have been nice sooner?
that's true. That would be 2 damage. That wouldn't be not significant. Yeah, and he doesn't have surprising returns, so he doesn't have a almost doesn't have a choice but ally. And both surprising returns down. That that is a real big missed
Yeah, so
opportunity. But what can you do sometimes?
yeah, sometimes you have little choice in the matter.
Hmm.
Okay, so he's going to let. Okay, so Dracula's going to gain 1 health off of that desecrated soil.
Or a lair for encounters. But
Yes, but I mean small amount of value though it is still value. I would take it. I mean, after all, you've probably heard of my game versus Godsword in the Immortal Invitational, where I healed 1 off of the desecrated soil and shortly thereafter had a full health 3v1 that I escaped with only 1 HP left.
yeah, games like that are tense.
Yeah.
But sometimes one encounter can be more valuable than 1 health. Like it depends on the game. So sometimes Dracula health doesn't matter that much because if he gets caught, he's dead anyway. Uh, and sometimes that one more encounter, sometimes inconvenient lair, or even the ability to go back to a lair. Geneva is like not the best spot for the lair, but with Heavenly Host and horses down, it could be decent.
Hmm. Okay, slow horse. If I had to guess, I think that this is okay. Actually, I was going to say that I think that this is some Italy business, but with Zerg not being on the trail,
Yeah, it's Paris. Snuff being very tricky and snaily here. I like it. I respect that.
yeah, he seems seems to be taking a few leaves
Oh,
out of my book.
unless
Okay, I mean,
why Mercedes? That's interesting.
I mean, I mean, to be fair, uh,
Oh, what the
Vandals.
rail? That's scary.
Okay, I I would have just gone to Paris, but okay.
Maybe he
Yeah, I'm not
wants to let it
sure.
mature, but now, this is really tricky. Uh yeah, okay. I didn't know Snuffaluffagus from this side. Killed Mina, uh, did some sneaky, risky stuff. I respect that a lot.
Yeah. Okay, layering it. So wherever that. So
Interesting. And now he goes back to Lair. That would be 100% Wutsakachak approve. Oh no, okay. I mean, he still tries to win the game, so
yeah.
I also respect that. But with horses dead, oh man, like that enables lairs and some aggressive strategy so much more. Nuremberg, yep.
Okay. That's where he went after the wolf form. So it was either Strasbourg or Frankfurt that was the wolf form destination. Or although since it was Paris before that, I imagine it was Frankfurt, since Frankfurt is a seldom visited spot in general. Like it's
I'm
not
yeah, makes sense.
okay.
If the vampire matures and there are no
Okay,
stakes, then
surely you've got a knife. Come on.
yep.
Yeah.
Knife, heavenly host, and second knife or pistol.
And I think that it's likely that Goldaming has two knives with all the supplying he's been doing
And that
compared
he
to the
was
rest.
discarding double rifle 2 times.
Discarding
He discarded
yes,
4
he discarded all
rifles,
the four.
so he may have
Yeah.
double heavenly host.
That's possible, yeah. There
Oh,
goes the last fully bullets.
yep. Okay, and Mina is not stopping that vampire from mature. So he gets the wolfram back and the feedback, and he gets 7, like 6 or 7 more points.
Well,
Unless it's aristocratic, but
oh,
with that number of, uh, with that number of, you know, encounters, it shouldn't be aristocratic, right?
yeah.
Frankfurt.
Especially with the desecrated soil to help filter your hand a little. Uh, so, hmm.
So
So if you got any combat tricks to give Mina, now's the time to give them.
no, she has no combat
But
tricks. She has no events, and a dog, and no stake, and even no bullet. Oh no, he's searching. Oh no. Ah, wait.
reckless at night.
If this is reckless,
A
yeah.
garlic wreath. Well, that's nice
If
at
she has
least.
heavenly host, she just throws it, turn 1, and the vampire is dead. I think I mean, if she has, oh my, that would be so Burcmali. Okay, that would be like overly aggressive, but actually would make sense this time because Mina dying. Oh, whoops. Ah,
Crucifix.
yeah,
Alright.
I can respect that too, but
Yeah, and I can definitely respect Snuff choosing claws since he knows there's only one firearm left.
yeah, definitely. And most probably Mina would be like escaping or doing uh some tricky
And
stuff.
she could have another one of the other knives. So fangs would be one of the last things he'd do.
Yeah. I mean, Fangs is strictly worse than Claws in this scenario because
Yeah,
he doesn't get a.
I think Burcmali was hoping for a mesmerize. Uh,
I think either
more than
Mesmerize or
anything
Fangs
else.
maybe, but yeah, he
Yeah, but especially with
and
that garlic
punch.
wreath, how likely
Nice.
is? Yep, nicely done.
Huh.
So, if you have a knife, do you do that?
He doesn't have a
Because
knife. She doesn't have a knife. She has
she
dog,
has.
garlic reef, and crucifix.
Oh yes. Okay, claws,
Oh
dodge.
no! Oh no!
Okay, I definitely would dodge that one.
I would have
Either that
escaped.
or either that or escape for sure.
Yeah.
So, on the other hand, you do know that he's out of claw cards.
Uh,
So,
little help if when you have one help. I mean, yeah, because like escape. If you play escape strength, doesn't kill you. If you play
well, yeah,
crucifix
more.
fangs, don't kill you. So
Yeah,
there's no
more
safe card, but
more
floating.
specifically, you know that you have
Yeah,
stuff to block now. Okay, yeah. His only his only hope there was that Snuff would get a bit greedy and do fangs because
why greedy?
uh greedy in the sense that and not fangs instead of strength because since it that would have also been a bite due to mesmerize.
But she wasn't
Uh
mesmerized. She punched the
right,
mesmerize.
she
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah. It was
Yeah,
it was just a guess if he plays dodge or if Mina plays dodge or if Mina plays escape. And that was like a 50-50 game, right? At this point.
yeah.
So what a game! 11 points, no vampire lair. Monday of week 3. Dracula can like ignore hunters and trade building, try to escape to sea,
And
and just yeah,
just go cruising about.
yeah, like
Uh
if he can, if Dracula can go North Sea. Yes, because that's the Paris lair. Huh. Delayed. Okay. So that's only. So what was there? Aristocratic? Yeah, it was aristocratic in
uh
Paris. Anything else would be either ambush or mature. At least I believe so.
okay.
Oh my, this is yeah, and that night fight with Reckless. That would be so awesome if Mina had Heavenly Host and he just lasted that Reckless with Heavenly Host.
Yep, but no such luck.
Yep.
So yeah, he could Snuff if he wants to can just go Pirate Drac now. Uh so he hasn't gone to Cologne, went to Nuremberg after Frankfurt. Or no, just before?
I, no, he went to Nuremberg after Frankfurt, and he might be either like in Hamburg or going to east, or actually go from Munich and like entire map is open. He can go from Munich and Zurich down to Spain, or
Yeah.
he's moving, so it is not Hamburg. I would guess
Unless there's a hide card involved here. Nuremberg, Leipzig,
uh,
Hamburg,
probably not enough.
Hyde.
No, because Nuremberg got cleared, so he had only ability to like move free spaces.
Right, so yeah, that does rule Hamburg out.
Hamburger, yeah. Uh, I'm guessing East simply because there's only one horse, so that's even if hunters guess you, then
Yeah,
so what? Like,
that's
oh, not.
still extremely awkward.
Wait, was that cleared? I didn't pay enough attention. It was yes, okay, it was cleared. Frankfurt, Nuremberg, Munich, and one more is cleared.
So looks as if he's been to Prague. I
Prague? Why Prague? No, Godamik was in Prague. Godamik went from Prague to Nuremberg.
oh.
Hmm. But Burcmali
Yeah, this is
is still fighting. If he has consecrated ground, renewed vigor, some movement items, events, uh, the game
yeah,
can
he has gone
end.
through yeah, he has gone through 30 event cards. 32 for that matter. So approximately half the deck. So, well, I suppose not quite half, but point being, he's gone through a good number. Although there have been a good number of Drac events. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 Drac events so far. Hmm.
Hmm. What are you doing, Mr. Burcmali here?
Yeah.
He's thinking. Why he's
I'm
thinking on Helsing? Ah, probably he was thinking on
us
possible trade just.
either that or possibly thinking of doing a night supply
Hmm.
because things are not good. He matures like you can't let a single encounter mature at this point
Did you
because
pay attention
even
to how many night supplies are left?
well, neither have I much for that matter, but I know that he's used at least 3
Yeah.
out of the original 5.
It seemed that he supplied a lot because he night supplied immediately after, like the next day after the Mystic Research, and then later he supplied a little bit too. But hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely very really bad for the hunters.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I would certainly bet over 90% of the chance for Dracula win, and if I
Gan?
mean,
Not sure
yeah,
that that's all that good.
yeah, I mean, if he's east, then definitely.
You
Uh,
know, I actually would have rather had Mina go down to Seward at Straw with him at Strasbourg because he could in theory. Well, no, because with Cologne checked, hit. Never mind. Hit local rumors.
mm.
Unfortunately, too late for that to be any use. Because anything that he might have used has been wiped off at this point. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, wax cylinders.
Makes sense, actually. A good moment to wax cylinder
Yeah.
after the rumor was placed. Maybe it is rumored vampire protected with a hide, so one of best moments.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, but at this point, especially with Vampire Lair already played, uh, why would he bother or hiding on a vamp? He just needs it to get through. Uh,
I mean,
or
he could bother hide to protect the vampire. He doesn't need rumor token, but hide is
yeah.
still useful.
If I were to guess, I'd say that Ruin Token is more likely to be bait, just laid down for funsies rather than anything else.
Definitely can be. Uh,
Like it's on a
but
bats
but
or something like that.
but also can be that force of the habit, and he plays more on the vampire. He does build um, a trail in a very, from what I can see, in a very systematic way. Zagreb,
Oh, there it
yes.
is.
Wait, so he went Vienna, Zagreb. That's interesting.
My, those
Yeah,
posts are not being nice.
Frankfurt. That's interesting. Or he hid in. What are the odds of hiding when the vaccinators are there? I don't know.
Well, he does
Most
use wax
probably.
cylinders, so
Yeah, so most probably he went from Munich, Vienna, Zagreb, or Zagreb.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, Glowing's gotta search this. I mean, if it's a vampire of any type,
Not
then he has to
necess.
clear it.
Oh no, not necessarily. I mean, not
I
necessarily.
another.
Sometimes you can just assume that if this is vampire, you lose the game. And if it's not a vampire, why would you search it? But yeah, okay. If he has plant ambush, he probably has the heavenly host. So at least this one vampire will get cleared. How about the next three vampires?
Yeah, Snuff already knows that one of Glowing's cards is a knife, but apart from that, we don't know anything. I mean,
I
admittedly,
think
we okay.
I
Should
think
play
if
Snuff
someone
Dog
has
Escape.
Kodami has the most. No, not escape. What? Then he loses the game.
Planned ambush. Play basic card first.
Yeah, but we know that Kodami has a knife, so there's nothing. Oh
Oh,
no,
doesn't have
heavenly
one.
host. Is he getting greedy? I don't know. Maybe
I
is
don't
he
know, and yet at
getting.
the same time, it makes a certain amount of sense not uh, to try to save it for a CG because at this point you only have a few days left. So
Yeah, but if the vampire
uh,
matures, you have no days left.
yeah,
And now
is it just GG already?
Fangs into escape as mist, and you lose the game.
I yeah,
That's. I wonder then when are those? So probably then Helsing and Stewart have the host, right? Double knife, okay, yeah, that's what we were talking about. But if he has double knife, does he have
I
crucifix?
mean, well, he'll just fetch escape as a miss now.
Yeah.
Uh,
We know that there are two crucifixes around. We know that
yeah, so it's
Mina probably.
possible that
Wait, Mina has one.
Mia has one, so it's possible that Gul'daming has the other, as we don't know what his third line is
Yeah,
yet.
it is possible,
So it's,
but
so it's
is it
possible that
possible
if he plays
enough?
that now, uh, so it's possible that Gul'daming has the crucifix to block the mist,
Yeah,
and if
but
and if
Flowers.
so, well, then he still has a chance to clear this thing.
Yeah. Mesmerize. Why
Oh,
mesmerize?
I don't know.
That's that he was
That's a bit
mesmerized.
greedy
Yeah,
on
like
Snuff.
crucifix or heavenly host. Most probably he doesn't have heavenly host, but yeah.
Strength. There
So
goes one
didn't
of his
he?
knives.
I completely don't understand. So what was that? So what did he plot for? This is very
I don't
surprising for
know.
me. What is he playing around? Like, yeah, okay, he gets stopped
And
with crucifix, then
that's
then he can mesmerize,
that's
right?
both
And
mesmerizes. That's both mesmerizes and both strengths.
what?
Okay, so he actually gets it down. That was.
Oh, I see. He played too quickly. This is. I
Yeah, that
see.
should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. That's a big win for uh, for hunters, but this is big win that like changes the win chance. I don't know, from
I'm not
one
sure that
percent
really
to two percent.
improves the. Yeah, there'd have to be something just
Let's see.
completely ridiculous. Uh, for the hunters to come back from this.
Yeah, so he didn't
Poss-
show his last item. Wait, can he have 3 knives? That would be something.
it's not impossible.
That would be something. But he has only 5 health now, and probably there are some vampires. We will. I mean, hmm, I
Yeah,
can
and the
bet.
others are.
I can bet that Snuff is hugging the port cities right now and hugging the sea to be safe from CG, because like basically CG is the only way he can lose right now, because renewed vigor alone, even if he's guessed, doesn't help that much. Anyway, one of like there's only one horse on Seward, one sense of emergency got used. Hunters don't have that many events, so if they have both renewed vigor and events to move, oh, and last horse dead,
Oh,
then they probably don't have the forewarned for fog. Like,
yeah. Uh, this is. Yeah, I
yeah.
think this is just game. Uh, for Drac.
Yeah, unless Snav does some another mistake, which or series of mistakes, which obviously can happen, and this is always very tense to play this game.
In
uh,
all fairness, the next couple things might be things like rats, mob, and so on. Uh, like the typical practice of put a couple of drunk events after a vampire.
mm,
But
no, I mean
so it's possible.
he knows that one vampire maturing is victory, right? So there's no trail building after a vampire matures.
Yes,
You just play
although
for
these
the.
first the thing is that these first couple, well, Frankfurt had not yet matured, and likely he was expecting it not to. Therefore, I think that uh, it's it's possible that he was still counting himself at 4 influence at the time when he laid down those first couple. So, and I may be wrong, but
When the vampire matured, when he was moving into
y-
the hideout that is sixth right now. So even if that one isn't a vampire, then oh, updated his
well,
layers. So that wasn't a
yep,
vampire.
he layered it.
Yeah, I mean it's still more of a character game, test of character, how much fighting spirit Burcmali has, because uh, yeah, like Dracula can go to Black Sea or Adriatic Sea, and I didn't see like any sea move his seas and land and have 100% win chance. So if Dracula is not going to sea right now, he's just playing for ideas basically,
Yeah.
and he is. This is very scary when Dracula can play for IDS a few days uh, before week 4. I guess it says a lot. Let's
Yeah.
see. Oh wow! Wow, the horse died after the shuffled and a knife. Hmm. Rats.
Rats. Okay. Well, that was a layer, so.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just ever since that first fight at Clonfar ended, this is just snowballed out of Burcmali's control.
Yep, yep. That was a real snowball downhill, and very, very unfortunate. Uh, Especially that it is very difficult. What should you do? Should you stop doing anything and give for Dracula a few days before you rebuild horses and ticket economy? Or maybe you should, put a little bit pressure so he will not be go walking around free and setting the game, basically making you lose the first week of the game or something. So yeah, if the horses were in, yeah, CG, that's like the
Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing that that's
oh
I'm
yeah
I'm guessing that that's what Goldaming had it and he was saving it for the CG.
but
Uh
it would have made him lose the game, so that wasn't it.
Goodness.
I think he has
Oh,
to play
and
on Constanta.
me and found the last one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
so yeah, so he's hiding in Varna. Makes sense.
Well, not necessarily hiding in Varna, as he would have been in Constanta then Varna.
Yeah, not necessarily hiding. Yeah. So that was one of the ways that Hunter were able to win. Either use consecrated ground and catch Dracula in Sofia or Bucharest, which, in my opinion, mm, not very possible. Or guess Dracula in like Varna or Valona that he wasn't surprised that he can die this turn, and jump him with renewed vigor and some, for example, Seward can chart courage 1, 2, 3, 4, and then use a
Yeah.
horse. Godalming charted courage or sense of emergency, similar for Helsing charted courage or sense of emergency, and suddenly you are 3v1. But that requires such a buttload of events that you know
Yeah.
it
I
can
mean,
happen. That's how Dracula loses often, but still.
yeah. And if this rumor token is to be believed, uh, I mean, at worst case scenario, Burkmali has preserved only 3 IDS. If this thing matures and that rune token is really a vamp, then it's then the new feature, of course, makes it that uh the slide before moving makes that it ends before uh then, or if it's an aristocratic and Goldaman clears it,
If
then
if this is vampire, then regardless, if the trail moves before or after, he would be able to misdirect and land, right? Not go on the
yeah,
city.
it's really only a question of whether or not that Drac will have to take one more damage first.
Yeah, something like that.
Uh, yeah, it's really a question of whether he'll have 13 or 12 health at this point. Because worst case scenario for Drac, he has to move to Ionian Sea and then land at Athens for the win, with CG gone and all that.
Oh, rumors in Cologne led to the end. Ah, so close. But yeah, that was very greedy by Burcmali to not use Heavenly Host on that Reckless. If Snuff didn't fumble, oh,
Okay, it was a bodyguards, so
he would have won already. But yeah. So if he had CG, if in very specific moment he CG'd the Bucharest, that could have been Hunter's win. That's interesting. Yeah. Uh, Basically, Snuff
Po-
won only the moment
Possibly,
he
but
won to
with no
Constanta.
horse. Yeah, the moment he reached the coast, uh, he was fine. Yeah, so it looks as if Snuff will have to take one more damage before winning the game. Yeah, that just, I mean, as we said before, that just snowballed out of control from the moment that Clelfran death happened.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was horse, double horse death, possibly. A stake that could have stopped the 7-point mature. Like a lot of vampire lore, obviously. So that death was a value of about 9 influence plus. Oh, wait a second. Maybe a vampire ambush. No, probably. Okay. Uh, about 9 influence plus horses, tempo, events. Like imagine all that stuff, but hunters have two surprising returns, right? And suddenly going east is super like extremely dangerous because in many locations, like whenever you are, the CG can really lock you and track you back toward the hunters, and it is extremely scary.
Yeah. Yep. So now, regardless what happens, regardless what the hunters do, Drac either gets his last influence from this thing here,
Yep,
or when it slides, or he lands in Athens or Salonika to claim the win that way.
that was very interesting game. I really liked it. Was
Yeah, Snuff
not
capitalized very well on what happened.
yeah, and I liked his tricky move. He took risks, but not like game losing
But they
risk.
paid off.
But yeah, but also that they were not game losing risk. It was like high risk but low. How can you say it? There's was it high risk even? Because what are the odds that
That that early in
specifically?
the game, it wasn't all that high risk.
No, I mean, what are the odds that he is discovered in 47? Like, he, the evil presence has only 1 day window, and local rumors works only on Seward, right? Oh no, evil presence has 2 days windows, Santander and Saragossa. But apart from that, yeah, it was. Apart from that, he can bet that's the gambit. If those do specific events with, to be honest, limited uh, working conditions don't trigger, hunters probably will not cast the Santander.
All right. So yeah,
Yeah,
12 health Dracula in for Snuff.
yeah. And Burcmali did the best he could. He was trying to be on Dracula heels. Heels. Does Dracula wear heels? Maybe. That would be funny, like but with heels, dingling. But okay. Uh, but that's the snowball nature of the game. Usually, when the game snowballs, it can snowball for hunter's favor, but sometimes with some early advantage, early hunter death, it can like push down hunters way behind. And I like how the game identifies that, and late hunter deaths give a lot of influence because sometimes there's not really much time to maybe capitalize on those deaths. But the early game deaths give a little bit of influence, but also because of all the tempo that hunters lose.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming with me
Yeah.
and commenting on that one. It was fun, and
No, no
to
problem.
yeah, and I hope you like the game, and I hope you
Yeah.
liked our commentary. So I hope you have a good night, and watch out for the bats.